All right, a lot of questions recently about the Packers offense, Jordan Love, after another struggle on Monday night. So I thought I'd kind of dive into this tape and show you what I'm seeing. All right. So obviously, when you have good teams and good quarterbacks, it's not always going to be bad stuff, even though the final result hasn't looked really good. So I just like kind of looking at things that the Packers do. So if you watch them play a lot, this is going to be a staple play for them. Now, normally it's going to be some sort of flat stick. Here they're running a little deeper out, so it's double out. Then they're going to run the cross. Then they're going to run the in. And then they're going to run a swing over here. So it's a pure progression type play. They are a pure progression based team anyway, so it always kind of starts 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. So like to put that in there to start, just to kind of show you what kind of team they are. Nice job here by Jordan Love. Maybe he got the quick out. He kind of bobbled the snap. I think that's what definitely turned him off of the quick out, although it's covered pretty well by Mitchell. Nice job here to go all the way back through his read, kick it to his swing. Nice little answer right there, and something that they're comfortable with, as I said, because this is one of their staple plays that you'll see 4 or 5 times a game when the Packers play. Important to establish that they are a pure progression type team, okay? And so here is a great look, okay? So they're going to run the play that I talk about a lot called popcorn, okay? So it's going to be a flat, it's going to be a pop, and it's going to be a corner, okay? That's where the popcorn comes from, pop corner. With a flat. Okay, and then on the backside, they're going to run an in and some sort of flare control underneath it. Okay, so to me, popcorn is a corner off read, if anything. Okay, I don't like the corner on there. I've discussed it many times, not going to discuss it on here, but what you really want is this corner in an off position so you can isolate the next linebacker, and it's basically flat to pop. Quick combination. I don't like the corner because it doesn't hold this next guy, and so they technically have the ability to cover both of those guys there. Thus, I like something else that attacks that middle linebacker. Okay, but to me, it's not a cover 2 beater. Okay, because cover 2, this guy comes down and covers the flat. There's bodies here to cover the pop. Now, the only way it really, to me, becomes a cover 2 play is if you're going to hang here and you're going to read it with the flat corner. You can high-low that corner there. But for me, when I get cover 2 on this play, I'm going to come straight back and I'm going to work this underneath to the backside. Okay, but here's where pure progression, always going to start there, and you'd like to be able to eliminate, but you see, body to cover this, and he kind of midlines both of them. Then there's all kinds of bodies in here. Here is where the isolation is with this guy in the in backside. Love to see Jordan Love get back there right now. But again, in pure progression, we're going to start to the right and work back to the left. To me, I want to eliminate the right because I know I don't like that play. Let me get back to the backside quickly so I can make a play. Now, he gets back there, but you see it's too late. Too late from a timing standpoint because you got to throw this right on the break because it's pretty good coverage again by Mitchell. But there's an opportunity there if you're back there on time and can anticipate, because you see the entire window here. There's a big window there to throw that. But if I've got to look out the front side first, just don't get back there in a timely fashion. I'm trying to hang to see if somebody's open front side, and now we're late, and now it leads to a big sack. So it's one of my problems with pure progression. And a lot of people tell me pure progression, well, you can eliminate stuff ahead of time. Well, I don't see it very often. I don't see a lot of quarterbacks because of me eliminating is more of a coverage read, right? A defender read. I'm reading what the defense is doing and then I'm reacting accordingly. So I call that a full field read, not a pure progression. So a lot of people in the pure progression world, I don't see them work through it like that and eliminate and get back to certain things quickly because, again, it's just kind of a different theory to what they're doing. Okay, so I'm not really sure the concept here. I don't know if this is a choice or what this is, but he's going to run a hook, and then he's going to run a cross. We've got our double post combination going here. Normally you're going to have somebody here kind of going out into the flat so we can pull a defender for this cross that's coming right here. But regardless, sometimes they can't figure it out, but that guy's open. That's where he's going to throw the football. So we're going to have a completion there anyways. I wanted to show this too because Jordan usually does a really good job of this. Okay, I talk about this all the time. When you've got a condensed set on the backside and your backside guy is running some sort of cross here, crossing the field, or even could be something where he's running a shorter route to the outside. And then you've got this deep, I call it an influence post, deep over, I don't know what other people call it. But when you have that, Jordan usually does a really good job of peeking backside first. So if these two guys stay down backside, you get this huge window here, and he hit that in a number of times actually in this game, or threw it a number of times. But you see right here, they come down in man coverage right there, and it all disappears. I mean, look at all this space right here. Now again, I don't know the read. He's coming here. Obviously, a primary part of this is going to be the cross here because kind of double post to cross. But I always like to read that influence portion of it first because look at the big play opportunity that's here. Nothing wrong with him taking this quick check down. That's going to be a completion if it's not batted down, but you can see all the space that's back there for that big opportunity. So really just a teaching thing for coaches out there that run these kind of concepts or quarterbacks out there that run these kind of concepts. Always want to peek to the backside and see if the defenders stay down on the backside or chase man, because that's an easy opportunity with the ball, with the post coming into your vision, throwing it across the field, all that space to get a big play. Okay, so pure progression again. Pure progression to me, again, these guys are looking to see, is my guy open more than what's the read or who's the defender. So they're going to run a hook here, and then they're going to run an in behind it. I call this hinge, okay? And so as they do that, what we want to do is we want to isolate this linebacker right here. So if he works to the hook part of it, we want to hit the in over the top. But when you're playing more of a pure progression, you're just kind of looking to go, okay, if this guy's number one, is he open? And then we'll get to here two if number one's not open. But if you think he's open, throw it to him. And so it often leads to things like this. Like he sticks this on there and they get a completion on this particular play. But they get exactly what they want with this guy to grab him. I want to hit this right behind for the big play. And that's all based on reading the defender, not seeing if I can fit the ball in to a player. And so that to me is a big difference in the pure progression world versus defender read world. I'm not just trying to fit it in. I'm trying to force the defense to do something that opens up one guy or another, and the big play opportunity is back behind it if he's reading a defender right there, even though, again, we get a completion and we're all good. But again, you see it's third and whatever. And again, I don't want to dictate what throw we make based on it being third and long because this doesn't pick up the first down. I just want to base it off of what the play design is. And so the play design here for me is they pull the Mike linebacker to the hook. I want to be ready to wrap back behind it. And I'm really thinking the deeper one first, so to speak. So basically what I'm saying is I want to force this guy to cover the deeper one. So then if he does, and I hit this one, hopefully there's more space there where he can catch it and get that extra 2 yards for the first down. But again, if we're just looking to see if a guy's open, I think I can fit it in there, which we do, but then he's tackled right away because we're not reading that defender. We're just reading our guy to see if he's open. Okay, dangerous throw right here. Now, here's what Philly likes to do is they like to play quarters. It looks like a quarter shell, and then their change up is to drop down into cover 3 in this particular case. All right, so they've got a play here where it looks like they got a double move here. They've got a stop right here. And then they've got a middle with their check downs underneath it. Now, to me, when I get middle close and they drop a safety in to the backside, I'm not really thinking this one here because there's a bunch of bodies. I would be thinking one of the guys on the outside. You like the double move or do you like the stop up here? Now, I will say, I didn't put it on the video, he actually threw a stop, maybe the previous pass that they had. And Mitchell was up there and he jumped it and they didn't complete it. So that could be a reason why he doesn't go there. But right here, to me, these are the throws. This one and this one, right? This one's tough because you see all the bodies. 1, 2, 3, 4 bodies in there. So if we're trying to fit it in, he's actually trying to throw this. I think he's fortunate that it gets knocked down here because we got all kinds of bodies in there. Now he maybe fits it in there anyways. But to me, this should be get outside. See the rotation and get outside to your one-on-ones and take your shot one way or another. So, these are kind of some of the things that, again, I don't know if they say go inside and this is your progression, or if they say you can read your one-on-ones or read the rotation or however it works. But to me, this is easy football 101. Hey, they close the middle, all the bodies are inside. Get to your outside one-on-one in this type of situation. Okay, so here's another one. They run similar type play, but they're going to run, this is a play that we can call wrap or pinch. So they're going to run an influence and an in, and then a hook underneath it. So similar to what we saw before, although a little different play on how we're getting there. But it should simply, at the end of the day, become a high-low between the hook defender and the in route. Okay, you can always look at your backside because this is what Eagles are doing. They're pushing this here, and what they like to do is push this defender this way if you've got a 3-by-1 formation. So 3 receivers down here, 1 on the backside. They like to push that backside safety. So you also could have your one-on-one back here if you like it, okay? Because they're going to push everything, no problem. We can just take our backside one-on-one. So there's the one-on-one backside if you like it, okay? But if you don't, and again, one of my problems here too with Jordan is, like, you see him kind of bouncing here. I'm not really sure what he's looking at here. He's not getting back and getting set. He's bouncing. At times I thought he was reading backside, because I thought his head, look at his body language here. Like, his body is set up over here. And so, to me, it's like, okay, you're looking over there at that one. Maybe take it, but then there's other things where his eyes kind of look like they're going back to the front side. So if you come back to the front side, right, you're reading the guy in this hook area right here for the in and the hook. And there's the hook right there at the sticks. That's a first down to the front side. But I'm having a problem kind of understanding with his body language, where is he reading to make this throw? Take your backside if you like it. If not, get to the front side, make your high-low read. There's your throw right in front of you. Instead, we got to get out and does a nice job scrambling for the first down. But, there's things out in front of him to be made. And it looks like right here, I want to throw it. But again, I don't know. Maybe he wants to throw the in and he's trying to get it, think he maybe get it over the top. But the read says get it to your hook right there and move the chains. So early in the year, I thought Jordan Love was doing a really good job of seeing the field and, understanding, where to go and getting the ball out of his hands. And last few weeks, I don't feel like he's been nearly as good at this, okay? So here's another one. And again, I don't know if they're telling him because there is so much pure progression, start left. But they're going to run a hook and an in to this side. As soon as I see a safety drop down here, this safety drops down, I am off that side. There's no way I'm going to that side on that play because they're dropping a guy right to my main read. So I don't even know why he's looking over here. Now, it could be, and one of the hardest things I keep saying is this kind of defensive end falls off. So maybe he thinks he's going to have a big opening to that side. Doesn't think that guy's going to fall off and he's going to go and replace him. Okay, I can live with that if that's the case. But once I see that safety drop down, to me, I'm going to come over to the other side. Now he does. He gets back here to this side, but I'm going to be back there quicker and read this outside linebacker. He gets tucked inside. I'm going to kick the swing here, which is exactly what he does. It's just, to me, I want to see it happen faster. Like he's turning and setting over to this side with a drop-in safety. To me, that is not a good play against a drop-in safety. Get back to the other side. Get to the better concept over here faster so you can get it out of your hands. Now he gets it there, but he's got to move and manipulate. But he finds the right guy without a doubt. Okay, like this one. Okay, it's a play that I call spout, quick out, and then we're going to run double hooks here. We're looking for a corner off look, and we're going to start outside in. That corner's off. That next backer stays tucked inside. I'm coming out and taking the quick out. Love it. Perfect. Get the ball up a little bit. Again, I'd like to see him a little bit faster on these quick drops. He's taking 3 steps from the gun. Has to get it out there late. I'd like to see him kind of catch and set, get it out there a little quicker, but I like the concept. I like the read. Ball's coming out on his back foot. So some good stuff mixed in with some things that kind of leave me confused in terms of seeing the field and reading things out. All right, so this one's tough here, and I put this on here. So what they're doing is they're running a little choice route right here, okay? And Jordan thinks he's going to have it. They're walking everybody up for the blitz right here, so he thinks they're going to disappear. He's going to have a little quick choice route there. Perfect, no problem. Now, why I put this on here is because they run a go on the outside, and I've always continued to fight this battle and say I don't understand why teams run a go on the outside. Because once a quarterback's eyes come over here to the choice, if the choice doesn't win, so just like this, okay, we come back, oh, the choice gets there, but they pop a guy out and I don't have it. Now your quarterback is in a complete bind because we're not going to throw a go route late, right? Go routes are get back, see it, let it go. So I'm reading a choice, and now the choice is covered up. Where do I go with the football? Now, the one thing you can do is you turn back to the whole other side. You have no idea what's going on the other side, right? I thought I was going to the choice. I thought he was going to win. My eyes are over there. I'm not even thinking about what's going on the other side. So now you're forcing a quarterback to read a choice. Oh, I don't have it. Now turn back late to a side that he has no idea what's going on and try to make a play. So my contention, what we used to do is we would run a comeback out here. So I can read my choice, and if for some reason the choice gets clamped or doesn't win, my quarterback's eyes can stay on the same side. There's no panic, and now I go choice to comeback on the outside. I'm in great shape. I don't have to worry about coming back to a visual that I have no idea what's going on and trying to find someone late and quickly as I turn my eyes to make a throw. Give your quarterback answers and solid answers. And now, what's the argument? Is the argument that we're going to run a go because if my choice runner wins to the outside and we get it on him, he can turn and get a huge play here because we've cleared it out. Yep, that could definitely be an argument. But the number of times I see that happen in the course of a choice route, especially when more and more teams are telling their choice runner to break inside, is so slim to none that it makes really no sense. You know, teams will put a running back outside and run him on a go route. And these corners don't even respect it because they know you're not throwing the go route to the running back. Put a viable receiver out there and give the receiver a viable route that your quarterback can work to off the choice if the choice gets covered. Because this is what happens, right? Look in the choice doesn't win. I've got absolutely nothing. I got to dance around. I got to go try to find a play because I don't know what's going on outside of the choice route because I got locked in there, and now it becomes another sack. And again, to me, it's all about giving your quarterbacks answers and easy answers. Know where their eyes are going to start, why you're asking them to start someplace, and then understand how hard it is if you're not giving him an answer to that side where he's got to turn all the way back and try to find a completion. Okay, so this is a tough one here because what I think they're trying to do is they're trying to get some sort of double move comeback on the outside. Okay, so it takes a little while. But it looks like Jordan looks right down the middle. Okay, so if you look down the middle, then you got to be ready and make a decision here. Okay, so this is what you have. So you've got a high-low off of that defender right there. You're looking that direction. Just make your decision. If this is your decision, I'll live with it. No problem. Take the hook. If you feel like that defender starts to drive right there, now be ready and you see, look at him in the pocket, right? He's already uncomfortable in the pocket and he's moving. Whereas get your drop, be ready, and like right there, he's set to throw. Throw it. Throw it. You know, or set your feet to the deeper one. Okay, so the timing is set for the deeper one. So once you're set to throw the deeper one, that guy should have already made a decision on whether you're throwing it underneath or not. But there's a throw there to be had if you're going to read it inside, and then you're going to come to these double move comebacks to the outside. Great. But you see him looking. Now, what's stopping him from letting the ball go and make this read right here? I think he actually has both of them. Either one that he wants, he could take right here if he's set and ready to throw. When he's set, he just didn't throw it again. And this is what we're seeing, a fumble right there. The Eagles recover, all off of a play that had guys open. And he was looking at those guys. Where's this tentative, kind of late in making his decisions has really been, the downfall of this offense or his game the last couple weeks. And a big part is just figuring it out. And again, is it part because he's coming back and looking at receivers as opposed to defenders? I don't know the answer to that. I just know the base offense for the Packers is a lot of pure progression type reading stuff. So it's looking at guys. And now that can cause you to hesitate a little bit. Is he open? Is he not open? Do I want to go here? Do I want to go to the next guy? All of that stuff. But you see him looking at throws. Now we just got to make those throws. Okay, here's another one. Like we talked about before, we're going to clear this out here. And so peek the backside. Now, maybe you think he's too high. Okay, but you peek the backside right there. I think he stays down low enough that here you have another throw over there if you want. But they're bringing the cross and the flat over to this side, which is where you're going to end up if you have to. Now he does a nice job of moving up in the pocket and finding that cross. But again, another one of those where I thought he had a great shot at that influence deep over route if he wanted to take it. Decides to pass on it. Nice job finding this throw on a little step up in the pocket. Okay, really nice throw right here, little choice route. Okay, I love this because as we're running these choice routes, little out routes here, we get a cover 2 look, high safety here. Always got to peek through the corner, see what the corner's doing, seeing how quickly he comes off, understanding his position here, because if you're going to hit this, it's got to come out quick, hit the back foot, and I love it. And so you see this obviously at times. Boom, hit the back foot, ball's out. Quick, right on the body, splits 2 defenders, moving the chains. Really, really well done. And it's plays like this that leave you wondering, okay, why on the other ones is there so much hesitation when there's guys that are open in front of them? Okay, so here's another one. You come back, okay, and again, you feel the pressure around you, no problem, but they're running this in here with this check down, kind of high-low, again, right here. So I understand, okay, you got pressure coming, just slide up in the pocket. Keep your eyes down the field. And again, you don't even have to take off running. I'm seeing a lot of young quarterbacks, when they want to step up in the pocket, there's never a step up to set and throw, to keep your eyes down the field. It's every time they step up, it's like I'm taking off and I'm running. And again, doesn't mean they don't keep their eyes and make a play, kind of a scramble play, but it's just, hey, read this out as you're dropping back. See that the middle of the field has one guy there. So as you slide up, you should already have this picture in your mind that I think I'm going to have a great shot at this. And if not, if this guy wants to get depth, I can drop it to my back. I should be seeing all that as I'm dropping back here. And so you see, I mean, look at that big, I mean, it doesn't get any more open than that. The offense is right there working for you with that big throw that we saw him, try to put in there earlier, the one that got tipped. But there it is. There's the big throw right in front of you. Just flip it out there to him, and we're getting a huge play. I mean, I don't know how far this goes, but we're getting a huge play down into the red zone. Just vision, so all of this stuff kind of comes down to vision for me. It's vision on the reads and understanding, what we're seeing from a structure standpoint. It's vision and understanding guys open, is a guy not open, is another guy coming open. As you're stepping up in the pocket, keeping your vision down the field to see the big picture and make a huge play. Okay? So I talked about, that kind of that influence. Now this is a little bit different. It's a 4th down situation. And, sometimes you got to get a little help. Great job right here. Not a lot open in this particular case, but nice job here flattening underneath the safety here. And then Jordan does a nice job of sticking this on his guy. Boom. And we drop this one. Big 4th down situation here. I mean, it just plays you got to make. So it was important to me to put that on here, that there's some good from Jordan Love. There's some things that need to be better with Jordan Love. There's some good things with the guys around him. There's some things that have to be better with the guys around him. So all of this together, whether that's offensive line, whether that's wide receivers, whether that's quarterback, all of it together, everybody's taking their turn with this offense and why they're struggling. It's not just, it's all about the quarterback. And again, here's nice play on both ends. Okay, coming off the play action, boom, trying to get this little skinny post or little wrap in right here. Nothing happening. Good job progressing through. Seen him at times struggle with the progressing through, but just kind of a 2-man route. You're looking at the skinny, you don't have it. Get to your bench route over the top or up to the top. Nice job. Boom. Puts it out there. Nice job going up. Contested catch. There we go. Right? And so you miss an easy one, you come back and you make a tough one. But that's what causes offenses to struggle, is the consistency or lack of consistency within the offense across the board is why this team is having trouble putting points on the board. Here we go. Nice little play right here. It's kind of what we've been talking about. You come off the play action, right? Looking to the backside. Now this guy doesn't even stay way down, but he knows this guy's disappearing. Okay, so he kind of hesitates there. They're going to run this route here over the top. I'm not really sure what else is going on here because this guy's running in here to block. And so I'm not really sure, but they make this work. I think they had a penalty on this play, so this is one of their big plays, right? So they have an extra offensive lineman, and he's on the line of scrimmage, so they cover him up with the guy right here. And so this one gets called back. Another reason why you have problems with the offense. Big play coming back. We set up inside the 15-yard line. And again, what stops offenses from making plays or scoring points? Issues across the board, and we're seeing them from everybody within this offense. So, again, this is interesting to me. Like, I don't know what... Okay, so we're running a guy to the flat. Okay? Nobody else on that side of the field, really. Okay, so then we're going to run this guy through. This guy's running a big in. These two guys actually run into each other, but I think they're trying to run some sort of a mesh here. Okay, so what I'm really thinking here is, to me, and again, my mind, I don't know why he's looking to the left. I don't know what you have going for you to the left-hand side here. I mean, it's a tight end just running to the flat, and then it's a back on the check down over there. To me, this read should start back here. And so if you get this safety to jump this in, you hit the one over the top like we just saw. If that safety doesn't do that and he gets depth, now you're going to read this high-low here off the in and the shallow. So I say all that to go, okay, everything that really is a part of this play to me is coming to the right-hand side or the bottom of the screen here, other than a flat and a back check down, which there's no way that those are the two main aspects of it. But when you watch Jordan Love, he's coming back and it appears that he's looking to his left. Like, why is his body to the left? Now, is this a read? Does this guy have a chance to go back to the corner? Maybe. I mean, you don't see a lot of that. I know there are some teams that will do that. But again, I'm not sure that's, happening anyways because you've got a corner over there. But I mean, maybe that's part of it, but I just can't figure out why he's lined up over in this direction when there's nothing happening to that side, unless somebody messed up, unless this is supposed to be a possible double move and he can go back to the corner. Okay, that's a possibility, I guess. But I just can't figure out, again, why he's there. And then it looks like he gets back to this in late, and now he's all uncomfortable and has to go and try to create, and again just becomes a throwaway, and you take another big hit when there's opportunities in front of you to be made. Again, these are the kind of things that leave me a little bit confused, especially with the fact that a couple weeks ago against Pittsburgh on Sunday night, he played so well that you just watch him and you're like, okay, he's coming into his own and he's playing well and he's getting through his progressions and he's hitting his checkdowns and all of those things. And then these last couple weeks, it couldn't be more opposite of what we saw on Sunday night. Okay, so again, here's another one. And so first thing is watch the technique with Jordan Love, right? See how he's back and hopping a lot? Like even when he gets into that back foot, it's hop, hop, hop. And so he's not ready. So they're going to run a play here where it's an out, and then I don't know if this is an in or a skinny post or something like that. So if I'm reading this play to this side, so his eyes are going to come to this side. So if I'm reading this play to this side, what I have to do is I have to look at this one first and then come to this one. There's no way I'm going to be able to read the out and then think I'm going to come back to a skinny post or a quick wrap here. So if I'm reading to this side, okay, I'm going to come back and kind of feel this guy right here. Okay, is this guy getting depth? If he's not getting depth, I got to be ready to rip this throw to this skinny. Like right there. There's the throw. Right here between two guys. His eyes were over here, but look at the posture of where Jordan Love is right now, his throwing posture. Like he's falling away. He's ready to move. He was already bouncing, so he wasn't ready for this particular throw. But that's where the throw has to happen. It's got to come out right now. And then you can recover down here to this one if you want, and then work back to the other side. But that's, if you're looking to this side, that's what you've got to be looking at. Boom, right there. Okay? He settles. There's your throw. Like right now, you are set to throw. Rip this. I think he's actually looking at this instead of at this one, and looking at this and then trying to figure out if he's going to be open off of that guy. But to me, we've got to read this defender. Read the body language. That guy is flat-footed. He's parallel. His hips are parallel to the line of scrimmage. There's a window there to this side to rip that one. He gets it back there, and they get a couple yards. And again, the other part of pure progression. Okay, so I read to this right-hand side first. Okay, and I don't like it. When I come back here, we're going to run a swing and a hook right here. Okay, so this outside receiver's running a hook. So there's one defender here that's covering this. So if I can get back there in a timely fashion, okay, or if I go there first, you see how this guy is running through to the swing. Here's the throw that we should be making. But because I look to the right first, which again, I have no problem looking to the right first because I like the structure and the possibilities there. But I would have probably stayed there and threw it there. But when I come back, obviously I'm going to be late coming back. But the pure progression, if you're doing it that way, should be 1, 2, 3, 4. But as we come back here, because we look to one side, and just like I said on the choice, when you look to one side, it's really hard to progress back to the other side and see everything you want to see. So Jordan's kind of just coming back and saying, I just got to find a completion. But if he was actually there and settled to be able to read it, it would be all off of this guy. Does he stay inside? Does he go outside? And that would be your throw. And we'd have a little more yardage right there if he had the ability to do that. But some missed opportunities out in front of him. Once again. Really well done right here. Good timing, hit the back foot, let it go, right? We see it. When he does this, really successful. Okay? Hits the back foot, confident in where he wants to go, and let it go. Okay? Another thing about this one, really tough concept right here. Okay, so I see a lot of teams run this. So this is a 12-yard out, and then they run a corner route over the top of it. This is a really tough concept for a quarterback to read because this 12-yard out is a plant and throw. So you don't have the ability to come back and read any kind of a high-low. If you're going to throw the semi, that's what I call this. I call this 12-yard out a semi. If you're going to throw this semi, you've got to hit your back foot and throw it. So it's really tough when you do this and you've got a 12-yard out and then a deep corner over the top of it because of the timing of it. If I'm running a 5-yard out, not nearly as hard because I can come out and it's still a timing throw to the quick one, but it happens fast enough that if I don't get it, I have the ability to reset and work to the deeper corner. I don't really have that ability on this 12-yard one and then try to recover to a 35, 40-yard throw when I've got to plant my back foot and be set to throw the 12-yard out. It's a really tough thing to do to reset after that and then get up over the top. So I see a lot of teams run it. I understand why they run it because it's similar to this quick out with the corner. But I think coaches need to understand how hard that is for a quarterback to get up over the top of this semi because of the spacing of it, 12 yards with a 30-yard throw, the timing of the quick out because it's not like a comeback where I can throw it a touch late. I've got to throw it on time or the corner can intercept it or the guy's going to be running out of bounds. So it's just a really tough concept to read beyond this first read, but really well done right here by Jordan Love with his timing for the first down. Okay, so this particular play here, basically going to run deep curls. I can't tell if that's a curl or if this is going to be an in here, but we're going to run deep curls across the board, little chips to the flat. Okay, so for me on this play, I always want to go to the corner off side. Always want to go to the corner off side. And the reason I want to do that is because what you're going to see up top, they're going to roll it. Okay, so you got a corner that's there for the flat. You've got this guy that's here for this curl. You've got this guy that's here for this curl. So you've got bodies to cover all of those when you're not in a corner off look side. On the bottom, you're going to have just one underneath defender. So this underneath defender, does he take the flat? Does he take the curl? Okay, so that's the side I really want to go. I want to see the big picture. Again, I don't know how much that's talked about in their offense. Does it always start one place because of anything in particular? And, you know, they get fortunate that this linebacker, for some reason, goes out to the flat. If he just stays here, they're in great position to cover all this. But he goes chasing to the flat, so it gives them an opportunity down the middle. And again, there's hesitation right there. See the little pump fake? And I'm not sure what causes the hesitation. Obviously, he's getting hit right on time, right as he's trying to throw it. And so an incomplete pass right there. But to me, right off the bat, I'm going to come out. I see this corner rolled. I see the safety over the top of him. Boom, I am getting back to the corner offside. And now I can anticipate and let this curl go to the backside. And even though there's pressure there, right, I'm not worried about anything. I know exactly where it's going. We always say that with the curl. You hit your top of your drop or top of your route, and you come straight back to the quarterback, so we can anticipate and throw this at kind of the back of your head here and get a completion. But that little hesitation again, and I don't know if it was hesitation. Is he going to run? Is he going to turn around? But causes another miss. Okay, and another one, good read right here. You're going to run just a double cross, looking for man-to-man coverage. They get it. You read the free safety. This free safety just gets depth, so it doesn't really matter. Another really good throw here by Jordan Love. Boom, got to make it. Got to make it. I mean, like, this is it. You know, we're missing reads, we're missing throws, we're missing blocks, we're missing catches. Wonder why an offense can't score and not playing well. Because everybody's missing. Everybody's taking their turn within the offense. Okay. Like this play design. So there's lots of different options here. So they're going to run this guy over here, and they're going to run him on kind of a flat over. So I'm assuming they're going to read this guy. If this guy jumps this, because we've thrown it a few times, we're going to come back and run this post. Then we've got a big in over the top of it. So if we don't like the leverage for the big post, just work your in to your check down. So I really like the concept design here. Okay, and so I step up, got what we want. We got this guy to jump this. Now my question is, why are we not setting this and going over the top of that safety? Why do we keep this so high here with our angle? Like, why does he keep it so high? And then he forces Jordan Love to kind of throw it high. To me, stick it, and then go replace. Because that's why we're running this. And then if this guy wants to get depth, we'll just replace under him and we'll have our high-low over here to this side. But by staying this far down the field, right, it forces a certain throw from Jordan Love, you know, the angle, and it allows this guy to stay in the mix. That guy is 5 to 7 yards outside of him. There's no way, if we push this and set the right angle, that he should be able to make a play on this football here. But again, just little details to me that make all the difference. And then again, if you don't like it, right, you see the big in that's coming back behind it. So really like this play design and what they're doing right here. Just a missed opportunity again, in my opinion. Details, details, details. I talk about it all the time. The little details and the why. And I don't know the why. I don't know exactly why they didn't flatten that a little bit more. Okay, nice throw right here. Okay, so we're in a second and long situation. Now, it's dicey. Everybody's back here. This is probably the throw to make, the check down right here. But regardless, does a nice job. He gets this guy to carry and believes he can make this throw, which he does. Great job stepping up. Boom. There it is. Like there it is, get back, get set, quick hitch, rip the ball, no hesitation. This is when Jordan Love is at his best. And this is the kind of stuff that he's capable of every single time out. Just hasn't been that way the last couple weeks. So there you have it. Some good, some bad, some ugly across the board, right? But Jordan Love just got to get back to playing confident football, seeing it and ripping it, because when he does, there's a lot of good things on tape to show for it.